Hello everybody! Merry Christmas and Happy New Year! I want to start with this phrase, and today we're gonna do some beautiful sourdough bread with blue color. As a food coloring, I'm gonna use some flour. It calls butterfly pea flour, and in the end we will have really beautiful color. And it's not only about fancy color, it's also about good health benefit from this nice plant. And let's get started.
First things, we need to brew our flour 1 hour before making our dough. Here I'm using 6 grams of flour and 300 milliliters of hot water. This butterfly pea flour I bought through Amazon. In description box you can find link and you can order too. After 1 hour you will see the color, it should be really dark, and we need to sift for this recipe 230 milliliters of tea from this flour. For the dough I'm using 140 grams of all-purpose flour, 135 grams of whole wheat flour, and here our liquid from our flour, and 90 grams of sourdough starter. Minimum 90 grams, you can go up to 110 grams of sourdough starter, and it should be in really active stage. What does it mean to be in active stage? For example, you have your starter from the fridge, about 50 grams of starter. You feed with 50 grams of water, 50 grams of flour, and after 4 hours minimum, maybe 5, it should be double in size. And this period of time when it's double in size we call to be in active stage. So once the dough comes together, leave it rest for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, add your salt. For this recipe, I'm gonna use 7 grams of kosher salt. And we're gonna work with our hands. Just squeeze the dough, make sure that salt will be everywhere. Here you can continue to work on the table and to knead it about 10-15 minutes until it will be smooth and nice, and to put on for the proving time for 2 hours, or other way, after maybe 2 or 3 minutes when the salt will be everywhere, I'm leaving for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, we need to make wet our working place, and we take our dough and we are stretching. We are stretching our dough as far as you can, and after we will fold it. Stretching and folding, this process we're gonna do about 3 times. After 30 minutes we need to do the same. Make wet our working place, take our dough, stretch it and fold it. Why we are doing this process? By doing this we are replacing our kneading time, 10 minutes of kneading time. After 30 minutes we do it again, third time. As you see, by the second and third time the dough it's not as easy to stretch, And don't worry, it should be like this. After 30 minutes we need to do our shaping our dough, and here in this stage I'm gonna use some seeds. If you want to use it, you can, and if you don't want to use it, you just can skip this part. For this dough we have really high level of hydration, more than 80% of hydration, and it allows us to use dry seeds. But I suggest you, if you have a less than 70% of hydration, to soak your seeds before. And when we will have nice beautiful dough, we need to put for the proving basket. The size of my proving basket is 70 centimeters of diameter. Proving time, it's about 2 or 3 hours. And in this stage, what I like, you can put straight to your fridge and to bake it tomorrow. After 2 hours and 30 minutes, my dough was ready to bake. Uh, 2 hours or 3 hours, everything depends of your room temperature. Preheat your oven with your Dutch oven casserole for 500 degrees of Fahrenheit, and take care in this stage because it's really hot, and make sure that you will put really nice like this. First we need to bake 20 minutes with closed lid, and after 20 minutes we need to reduce our temperature for 400 Fahrenheit and take off the lid and to bake plus 12 minutes. After 12 minutes our bread is ready, and now it's gonna be the hardest time because we need to wait until it will be cool, minimum 1 hour. But if you make sure that you're gonna eat everything right away, you can cut it after 10 or 15 minutes. And voila, it's one of the most beautiful bread from my recipes. And thank you for watching. See you next time.